Hello, my viewers. Thank you once again for getting into this channel. I appreciate your views, your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions. In fact, it's amazing that by analytics, I have my viewers all around 4 continents now. It's amazing. Thank you very much, guys. You are so lovely. Today, we'll quickly move to how to earn more money this year. What do you have to do to earn more money this year? First, we need to understand what earnings is defined as. We explain earnings as the money obtained in return for labor or services rendered. That means every time you render services with your mental or intellectual or physical capacity to earn anything, to get money, that money is earnings. Now, there is vast difference between earnings and revenue, and many do confuse earnings for revenue one for the other. They are different things entirely. Revenue is the amount of money made by selling product or service. So when you have a venture as a new entrepreneur, as a startup capitalist, anything you earn from that venture as a fixed or non-fixed, like if you are selling a bottle of if you're selling this item, if one is sold for, let's say, $1, if I sold 10 of this, 10 times 1, which is $10, is the revenue. Is that got? But it's different from earnings. Earnings are profits obtained after all costs and expenses are paid. That means the difference between earnings and revenues is that revenues only considers money you earn from your sale of your goods and services. But earnings, which is profit, is the result you get after you have deducted all costs and expenses from your revenue. That means the important thing we're talking about here is the earnings. After you have considered your expenses, is very important. What is left is the earnings. Now, what do you do to earn more? What do you do to earn more? Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Say hello to my viewers.
Hi.
Okay.
I'm taller than you.
Oh, of course. So, what do you do to earn more? You can, if you are good in graphic designing, that is good way to earn more. Web developing, programming is another way to earn more. Farming, okay, this is having a different font color. You can observe, obviously, you're a smart guy out there. Farming is another concept that we'll talk about later on, but everywhere you have different seasons, but most tropical areas are good for farming. So if you're in that place, you can think of farming, the business of farming, not just the farming that will not bring in more earnings. The farming that brings earnings, business of farming. That means it starts from the planting to the sale of your farm product. We'll talk about it in another concept later. After farming, we have printing and photocopy business. This is not so capital intensive. Just few laptops, few computers, few computer devices. You will do, and you start earning. You can go for fashion designing, and you can go for hairdressing or barber's job. There are a lot of jobs or ventures that you can invest your time or your little resources into. If you take note of this, they are not so capital intensive. Just little knowledge or good knowledge with little capital, you can start it. And you don't need to wait till there is so much competitors. You can carve out niche. And in our last how to start a business, where we talked about feasibility and business plan, please, you can watch that video again to understand what feasibility report and business plan is. Please go back. Okay, these are not all good for you, and they are not all bad for you. Based on your report, feasibility report, you will get to know that some are good for your location, some might not be really good. So from that last video for feasibility report, you get to know that some, looking at the location, looking at your fund, looking at the viability and feasibility, some are so good to invest in your area. So they are just options, but some are really good, some are not really good. But the peculiar thing about it is, about all options here are, they are not too capital intensive. They can be started anyway and easily, and they give you any. Okay, so hairdressing, barber's job, etc. They are good. What is peculiar about it is they are not all capital intensive like that. Just your knowledge, your skill, and you start something. You start earning at any point, anywhere, even at any age, basically. So, but you have to notice something. They mostly seem easy, common, or low for income earning. But the important thing is not about what they seem to be, but it's about how you manage what you earn from these ventures. Hence, in my next video, we will talk about how to manage your earnings. It's one thing to understand what you should venture in. It's another thing to venture in, which we just did today. And it's another thing to now manage what you earn from your ventures. That will be done in next class. So keep it logged on. We will meet again in the next class. I hope to see you and more of you in my next video. You can no limit to how much you can earn. Yeah, you have to harness your resources very well. With any fund from $1 to thousands or millions of dollars, there are things you can do that you invest in. That means first have to just look at the feasibility, viability of any option available to you. There are many options. We'll discuss about this in my next video. So keep watching, like the video channel, the channel that is Accounts and Business with Abiola. You can like, please share and subscribe, and you leave your suggestions, your comments for me to see and work on. They help me to improve the delivery and the quality of the work. Thank you so much, guys. I love you all. Good day.